This lesson will briefly describe the Toughman reports that can be used to produce data summaries for the WCPFC Scientific Committee. More detailed information is contained in the PowerPoint presentation from Session 6 of Tuna Data Workshop number 3, which can be downloaded from the SPC website. Annual reporting to the Commission comprises two aspects. Part 1, information on fisheries, research and statistics is supplied to the Scientific Committee in August each year. Part 2, information on management and compliance is supplied to the Technical and Compliance Committee in September-October each year. Here we see the suggested layout for Part 1 of the annual report to the Commission. Sections 1, 2 and 4 are mandatory. We will concentrate on Section 2, Essential Tabular Information for your National Fleet, covering each of the suggested tables and figures in turn. Table 1, Annual Catch and Effort Estimates for the National Fleet by gear and primary species for the Convention Area and other broad ocean area for the previous 5 years. Toughman reports that can be used to produce the data for this table are Catch and Effort Report number 1, Catch and Effort Report number 4, Catch and Effort Report number 11, and Catch and Effort Report number 12. The choice of report will depend on the quality of the coverage of each of the data types. We can see in this example that the log sheet data were used after being raised using information on actual vessel activity. Figure 1. Historical annual catch for the National Fleet by gear and primary species for the Convention Area presented as a line graph. The same Toughman reports used to produce the data for Table 1 can be used for Figure 1. So that is Catch and Effort Reports number 1, 4, 11 and 12. Figure 2. Historical annual vessel numbers for the National Fleet by gear for the Convention Area presented as a line graph. Assuming that your log sheets cover all vessels for a year, then you would use Toughman Catch and Effort Report number 1, grouped by year and gear. Here we see an example of the type of figure you should be producing. Table 2, number of National Fleet vessels by gear and size category active in the Convention Area for the previous 5 years. Assuming that your log sheets cover all vessels for a year, then you would use Toughman Catch and Effort Report number 1, grouped by year and gear. But note that these data will not be broken down by vessel size category. Here we see an example of the type of table to be produced. Figure 3. Annual distribution of target species catch and effort by National Fleet active in the Convention Area for the previous 5 years. Figure 3 requires 5 maps of effort and 5 maps of catch. You would use Toughman Mapping Report number 1, grouped by year. Maps run for effort only and catch and weight for the target species. Here we see an example of catch and weight for 6 main species. Table 3. Observed annual estimated catches of species of special interest, seabird, turtle and marine mammals by gear for the National Fleet in the Convention Area for the previous 5 years to the extent available. Currently there is no Toughman report that can be used to generate the data for this table. In the future, the new TUB system, the Observer module of Toughman, will cater for this report. Table 4. Annual estimated catches of non-target, associated and dependent species, including sharks by the National Fleet by gear and species in the convention area for the previous 5 years to the extent available. Currently, there are no Tuffman reports that can be used to generate the data for this table. In the future, the new TUB system, the Observer module of Tuffman, will cater for this report. Table 5. Estimated annual coverage of operational catch effort, port sampling and observer data for the national fleet by gear active in the convention area for the previous 5 years. Refer to the lesson on determining coverage of data in the Using Reports for Data Quality Control section of this video training tool for information on estimating coverage. You should also refer to Technical Data Workshop number 2, Working Paper number 1, which can be found on the SPC website. That concludes this lesson.